This is the end of the world. It's coming for us. There is no future. It's coming. It's coming.
I think the genre is a classic base building RTS game, and it is the first genre I play on PC back in '97 when I was about 10 years, and I was instantly fell in love with those kind of games, you know, like Age of Empires, Total Annihilation, Command and Conquer, Heroes of Might and Magic, and so on. So that fits in my head all my life, and my first game I decided to do making games like the great old days, like end of the 90s for me were on and start of the new millennium were the best era for gaming. Then 3D games pop out and that changed everything. I'm still in love with 2.5D games. They say the fake 3D, even like Baldur's Gate or Commandos game, you know, lot of beautiful sprites, that perspective, and you are like a god and control everything, see everything, and must interact with the units and take a good decision and have memory, and basically is that. I went from Nintendo to RTS gaming PC. That's and I stayed there forever.
Tensions continue to rise as efforts to recover and recondition World War II armaments are already underway, and analysts say that the peace we've lived under for the past decades has come to an end.
Dying Breed has two factions. It is basically good versus evil, and in the good faction you have to stop this rising evil, and in the evil faction you have to murder and kill everyone and enslave humanity and make clones, mutants, and some scientific experiments, evil scientific experiments, and mutate people and do stuff, you know, like cloning and to the meat grinder and to the front. And also it has a science fiction story where the game occurs in a parallel timeline where the Second World War ends in 1951 with nuclear holocaust. So then is there like 40 years of peace. So there is no race weapon, you know. There is no industry of weapons, and then out of the nowhere this evil starts emerging from the underground. So it's like the good guys have to grab all those old weapons from Second World War and have to defend civilization from this stuff that is happening.
In the aftermath of the terrorist attacks perpetrated throughout numerous cities, the Alliance Parliament held an emergency session to discuss reinstating an international army to face the terrorist threat.
Push.
Well, in Dying Breed you have different types of game. You have some missions you play alone with the commando units. Some missions you play with a guy you can shoot, a spy, and you can get caught. Some other mission where you have some more classic RTS where you have to build a base and destroy the enemy. And then we have preparing some special mission similar to Demo 2 where you are trapped inside three maps floors, because the maps has like 3 floors. You are trapped inside there in an evil laboratory, and you have to escape. So it's not only classic RTS base building mission, but also mixed like with those commando missions where you have 1, 2, 3 or 4 units and you have to figure out how to escape or be successful without losing any of those units.
Together with Noshi and Winkle, we have discovered that they are using substance D to kill people! Please don't! Don't!
Well, I think the influence a part of PC games come from movies and from music. So that same year, I start playing PC games and RTS game and starting to listen to metallic and heavy metal also. And well, the movies, I always love those bad B movies, but they have great ideas, but as they didn't have enough money, it's like only looks cheap. But I love those movies. I love like cheap movies. I love them, and even Asian ones back there. And so I think it's a mix of old movies, music, and games, and the tradition of my family to be like writers. I have writers on my family. I don't know. I always felt creative, and it was good sport, but I preferred to stay in home playing games. And I had the opportunity just now, and well, I mixed everything. I have all my knowledge in movies or even books, and in music, and well, that's how Dying Breed was created. We think of Dying Breed something else as of a game, like a movie and a music album also. So we did we did the three things: the game, the movie, and the music album.
I've always loved you, darling. Do you love me?
My love for you is as powerful as Tesla energy.
I think it is the most beautiful style of art in ever. And you see now, you look in Twitter or on Reddit, the new games, it is coming back. I was very tired of those 3D RTS game that like from the 20s, the year 2000 to now. Most of RTS game were always in 3D, and I never liked that jump. So it's like, okay, let's go back. Old fashioned is a cycle or like a pendulum. So I think that we have something here if we follow this line on how games were done like 30 years ago. I think I tried and I always wanted to do something like that. Also, it is cheaper. Well, I actually, when I buy something old, I get up of the bed very early and I go to like a very, how you say, humble neighborhood. I don't care because like the thief sleep in the morning. They wake up after the afternoon. But I did went to very, 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 very creepy places just to pay something like $5 from some original game, stuff like that. I think that when I bought some years ago Age of Empires 1 expansion big box, it cost me something like $7, but it was like a 40 minutes ride in car, and it was a pretty creepy place. But then I have a lot of hair and I'm big, so I don't get afraid. My wife gets afraid every time I go to buy something like that, but it is fun. It is like going to the movies. You buy an old game, you have fun one day, you play, and then you put it on the shelf, and then maybe some months later you play again. And I don't know, it's like, it's better than going out. And it's something that it was done years ago, and it's still, you can touch it. I have someone here, the Civilization 2. It weighs like 1 kilo, half kilo. It has books inside. You have the art. It's all those little extra things that make this hobby interesting. Now you buy a game in the store, and if the store disappear, your game disappear. I have my old Windows 98 PCs and the big boxes, and I will be able to play these games till the CDs break, you know?
Wait for new orders. Get out!
My daughter's room is full of old PCs and Nintendos. My wife loves them. I used to have here in my office like 2 or 3 old PCs, and I also buy old laptops because I thought it is easier. I have like 3 or 4 IBM ThinkPad from 25, 30 years ago that I have learned that they used to cost like $3,000 back then. So it's like I have the best technology that in a laptop that anyone could get 25 years ago. And yes, sometimes I play my old games. I have a big collection of PC games with the boxes. I love to open them and read the manual. We are actually making a manual for Dying Breed. We have reached like the 100 pages at the moment, and it's like it's never ending, but we still putting stuff. Like this picture behind, we will put it is a part of the FIB of Dying Breed because we make intros and outros for each missions. So you will have a lot of 3D videos and real person videos. Just like the old days, you know. One game I love is the Phantasmagoria, which is all by Sierra. It is all made with real actors. And those FIB era then was changed by making everything 3D. And for me, it was better before, you know. I guess it's always a thing of budget, like cinema movies start to cost a lot and making everything in 3D was cheaper, but now it's reverted, you know. Filming, you can make a movie with a cell phone now. And the 3D artists got very expensive, so it's like everything is coming back or so. And if you see the new games that are coming out, they all mix something from the past, you know.